Hi, I'm Papa on Mabie Island.
And I'm Gaga.
Hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Follow us on social media, Twitter and Instagram, and now TikTok.
Comment what country you're watching from, and maybe we'll give you a shout out on the channel on the next video.
Okay, so today we're going to be listening to White Horse Taylor's version. It's the track 5 from Fearless, which was originally released in 2008, but she re-released it in February of 2021, this year. If you don't know, a track 5 usually means that this song is very heartfelt and vulnerable from every album of Taylor Swift. So every track 5 is pretty much the same. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, we are, but I want to tell the Islanders, after the song plays, then we're going to kind of break it down. Stick with us through the music.
Say you're sorry, that face of an angel all this time, 'cause
I like the melody. It sounds like another song's about a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a princess.
Oh.
This ain't a fairy tale. This is a small town.
It sounds like she's still a small town girl.
Yeah.
Sounds like she can't accept his apology.
She's looking back on this relationship, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. I think she always wanted a happy ending.
Yeah.
I guess the prince always rides in on a white horse.
I was thinking
yeah.
a white horse, yes, must symbolize that, yes. Uh-huh.
Sounds like it's too late
Sounds that way.
for forgiveness. Oh.
Sounds like she has the upper hand now.
She's learning.
Yes. It's got a nice beat to it. Kind of.
Yeah, and I like the harmony too.
Yeah.
The harmony parts. Well, I like that song.
Yeah, kind of like a folk song almost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have a couple interesting facts about the song.
Okay.
Apparently, her and her co-writer, who is called Liz Rose, wrote this song in under 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And back in the day, it was also used in an episode of Grey's Anatomy.
Well, that's
Oh.
interesting.
Yes.
Well, that's very interesting.
Okay, so now let's go through the lyrics and break them all down.
Okay.
All right, sir.
Well, it says, say you're sorry, that face of an angel comes out just when you need it to. Kind of gives you the idea that this guy is pleading for forgiveness and is being humble and angelic.
Right. And at this point in the song, she doesn't say what he should be sorry for. It says, honestly, I believed in you, holding on, the days drag on. Stupid girl, I should have known. Holding on means she was hoping, I think, things would get better or things would change, or maybe he would change the way he was treating her. We don't really have a whole lot of idea what happened.
Kind of think she felt disappointed in herself for being naive, because she said stupid girl.
Right.
And I should have known. So there I think she's voicing too a little disappointment in herself that she didn't see it coming.
Do you think maybe this song or the lyrics to it, she keeps all these diaries and writes down things. Do you think that this was written when she was young?
Oh yes, I think.
Maybe one of her first relationships, if it is about a relationship, probably is
Well,
one of the first ones.
Yes. Then it says, I should have known that I'm not a princess. This ain't a fairy tale. I'm not the one you'll sweep off her feet and lead her up the stairwell. I think she realized that sometimes reality sucks. It's not a fairy tale. Like, you don't always get your fairy tale ending.
Right. Because for those of you that don't know Islanders, fairy tales were written many, many years ago, some century or so ago, but they always pretty much end with a phrase, and they lived happily ever after. And, you can live happily ever after, but not without some issues. And she's realizing that this isn't a fairy tale.
This is reality.
This is reality.
And she says, I was a dreamer. I was a dreamer before you went and let me down. So there's your answer. He let her down in some way.
He let her down.
And it's too late for you and your white horse to come around.
I don't know what else to say, but she's sort of hardened up over this, or what?
Well, when I'm kind of interested in the fact that she talks about a white horse.
Uh-huh.
And I read somewhere where the white horse is seen as a sign often of being spiritually aware.
Okay.
Or it can symbolize innocence or good fortune or prosperity.
Well, she says, as you drop down to the next verse, she says, maybe I was naive and got lost in your eyes, and maybe I never really had a chance. I struggle with that a little bit, in that she thinks, looking back, that maybe he never really cared for her, and she was the one that fell for him.
I think it's kind of Taylor learning how to be in a relationship and realizing that it doesn't always work out, that you're just as apt to get your heart broken as getting what you want, getting it to work out like you want.
Well, I do want to say something to the Islanders about these next two lines. My mistake, I didn't know to be in love you had to fight for the upper hand.
Now, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's not necessarily true, Islanders. Gaga and I have been married forever, and
we're still fighting for the upper hand.
Still fighting for the upper hand. That doesn't have to happen. Each one has to give a little. You have to compromise, and if it is true love, you're going to do what the other person wants you to do, even though maybe you don't particularly want to, and they're going to do the same for you, and there's no real upper hand in that respect. So we're recording this 3 days before Christmas, and I wanted to go get a haircut, but Gaga and Coleman said, no, we should film today, and you'll have to wait on the haircut. Well, okay, I love her. That's what she wanted to do, so that's why we're here, and I'm sorry if my hair is a little long.
So he's still a little shaggy. It's my fault.
So Gaga had the upper hand.
This time, yes, this time. I think maybe Taylor felt that's what you had to do in this relationship, but doesn't have to be that way.
Well, I think she might have been referring to allowing herself to be vulnerable and therefore getting hurt. So she had to learn how to put walls of protection around herself.
Right. And then she repeats the chorus again about I'm not a princess and this ain't a fairy tale. And then she goes on to say, and there you are on your knees begging for forgiveness. So apparently she does sort of sign blame in that respect, but she's saying, like I always wanted, but I'm so sorry. She's saying, hey, I'm not forgiving you anymore.
It sounds like to me that he kind of came back and tried to get her to forgive him, but she'd already thrown those walls up.
She'd thrown them up.
And just thought, I'm not going to allow myself to be hurt like that again.
Yes. Right. And then she says, because I'm not your princess, this ain't a fairy tale. And she changes the lines here in the third chorus. She says, I'm going to find somebody someday who might actually treat me well.
And I like that because it's almost like her prophecy of her future with Joe Alwyn.
Okay.
So, that she was right. She did find someone who treats her well. This is a big world. That was a small town. There in my rearview mirror, disappearing now. And I think she's saying she's going to pull away from her small town mentality and realize this is a great big world out here. I'm going to get out there and conquer it, but I have to be strong. And
find somebody that treats me well. Well,
right.
As I understand, she was raised on a Christmas tree farm near a small town. So was this about a high school relationship? Is that possible?
I don't
Islanders,
know.
if you know, tell us, because we don't know.
I think some people have thought maybe it was Joe Jonas, but I'm not sure at all. I don't know that. So if I'm wrong, tell me, and if I'm right, tell me.
Well, we do learn that in where she says someday I'm gonna find somebody that treats me well. Apparently, there she is assigning blame, because at very first she said, you're saying you're sorry. She never said why, but now she's saying because he apparently didn't treat her well.
Well, I do, as we finish this review, I would kind of like to read a quote that I think would be helpful to anyone who's been in a relationship.
Right. Okay.
Getting wisdom as you age is a natural process, but only for those who are willing to learn from their mistakes.
That's very good, Gaga. That's excellent.
So
good advice.
You do have to learn from your mistakes.
And she finishes up by saying, now it's too late for you, a white horse, to catch me now. You can't catch me.
Now, from 1 to 5, 5 being the best, how many stars would you give White Horse Taylor's version?
I would give it 4 stars. It's a cute little song. It's a learning song about relationships. It doesn't stack up like some of the others we've done, but it has a good melody. So I would give it a 4.
I think I agree with that. I was tempted to say 3.5, but I'll go along with you.
Okay.
We'll agree on this.
Okay, we'll go. Islanders, tell us what you want us to respond to. Tell us where you're from. Subscribe, hit the bell, never skip the ads, because that is what keeps us on the air. There is a cost to all of this, and equipment and time.
And also, be sure to leave your comments below, because we always love to read your comments.
And as always, it's nice to know.
So many nice people.
Bye.